What's good, everybody? This is your boy Deshaun Cox with Soulfaces Media, and I am here with another video. Today we are getting into the VERZUZ. Now, we all know VERZUZ has been going on since the start of the pandemic, and it's just been a good vibe that has just kind of brought the culture together. It's been very nostalgic with a lot of the matchups, and I just love the idea of it. And it's still going on pretty strong. Last week we had Fat Joe and Ja Rule. Now, initially, I was a little uneasy how I felt about the matchup, and I wasn't even going to watch it. But I ended up tuning in literally at the last minute, and I'm glad I did. It was really lit. Props to Ja. You know, he definitely took the dub. I felt like a lot of people was sleeping on him going into this versus because Fat Joe's career, you know, has had greater longevity than his. But y'all have to think about at that type of impact that Ja had, like from 99 to about 04, early 05. Ja was it. This dude was literally that guy. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Now, later on that night, some posts came out basically about JD challenging Diddy to VERZUZ. Y'all know Diddy, he pops his shit. He was just like, you know, call Dre or whatever. JD don't have enough hits to see me. Now, initially, I thought that maybe JD was just lit and, you know, that's just something that he said. But when he went live, I think it was like the next night, he said that Diddy kind of called him out in the group chat. It made him feel some type of way, so that's why he kind of took it to Twitter and was just like, I'm in the garden right now. Let's do this. And so I had to really kind of think about it because at first I was just laughing at Diddy because anybody that knows me knows that I'm a big Diddy head. He's one of my inspirations for doing what I'm doing now and just wanting to be in the industry, always has. And I'm a big bad boy all day. So, you know me, I'm just taking sides, but I had to really sit down and think about that thing. JD really got them bops too. Like, you definitely can't sleep on JD. I started listening to my music, you know, going through doing my research, and I'm just like, wait, this would actually be a good matchup. It makes sense of one because they both kind of broke out into the industry as producers around the same time, and they've had that longevity. So I definitely am in full support of this VERZUZ, and I would love to see it happen. I know that he kind of want to go against Dre, but hey, hopefully Swiss and Tim can get it together, and we can definitely see that because it won't be a cakewalk. I think people kind of sleeping on JD, but you also kind of got to know some more back history with production, how them credits really hit. Yeah, we just gonna see how it goes if it happens. Now, I wanted to talk about some VERZUZ that we haven't seen yet that I really would love to see. Now, I'm an R&B head. I'm an old school head. Anybody that knows me and my love for music knows that. So I feel like who would make a good matchup is Jodeci and Boyz II Men. Now, I've seen some people say that they want to see Dru Hill go against Jodeci, but that matchup doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm all for the VERZUZ, but with the matchups, for me, the matchups gotta make sense. Like, they have to make sense. Now, with Jodeci and Boyz II Men, they both broke out the same year, 91. And they were both killing it through the early to the mid 90s. And they both got them hits on each side that I feel like everybody that everybody loves, they're staples, and that would complement it better to me. Dru Hill, them boys came out in 96, and which Boys the Men and Jodeci was still on a pretty decent high at that time in their careers, but them boys was just really breaking out. You would probably think that people felt like Dru Hill was definitely inspired by Jodeci. They really are inspired by Jodeci, so it's just like the parent going against the child. So Dru Hill, it would have been better if they had gone against like Jagged Edge or 112, but we've already had Jagged Edge and 112 in the verses, so I don't really know who we would really pair Dru Hill up with. Now, as far as a female versus goes, I'd love to see Anita Baker and Sade. They both came out in the early 80s with two very distinct sounds. People love them. Their voices are soothing, and they have some classics, and they both have longevity in this game. I feel like that would be a complimentary match that the people would pretty much really enjoy. Another, for me, I would like to see Trey Songz go against Chris Brown. Now, a while back, it was some speculation. A lot of people on Twitter and social media was trying to push Chris Brown to go against Usher. But, like I said, like these verses have to make sense. Chris Brown is clearly inspired by Usher. Usher came out in 93, 94. When this guy was breaking through, Chris probably barely knew how to tie his shoes and ride a bike. But Chris Brown and Trey Songz, they both broke literally at the same time. Fall, summer 2005, and they've had the same longevity. They both got hits. They both got features. I was having a conversation with my sister that you have to look at the image that they both had at the time that they came out. Chris Brown, he being, light skinned, he can move and he can dance, and so they gravitated towards him, and his music was definitely more attracted to the ear of the masses at that time. I will say that Trey broke out. He was very laid back, brown skin guy with the braids, just trying to make it, and he wasn't really considered a sex symbol until Reddy. Reddy literally shifted Trey, and at that time when Reddy had dropped, I feel like that's when Chris Brown was kind of going on a down spiral, because with Graffiti, that album was trash. Let's be completely honest. So at that time, I felt like they kind of basically literally reversed roles in a sense. And so since Reddy, Trey had just been really, really going up. Now, it's a few more others that I would like to see as well. I want to see some more producer and songwriter battles. I would love to see Darkchild and Brian Michael Cox. I feel like they both broke through in the same era. Definitely got them some solid credits under their belt, and I feel like a lot of R&B heads would really appreciate that matchup as well. There's some more that I kind of want to see, but it's got to make sense. Versus, they expect each participant to have 20 songs, so you have to really think about certain artists and like, do they really have the catalog to go up against another artist or participant in that? But I'd like to see Lil Wayne in the verses, potentially him and T.I. I think I wanted to see T.I. go against Jeezy, but they ended up matching Jeezy with Gucci, which I understood why they did that. So yeah, maybe T.I. and Lil Wayne. I think that'll be pretty lit, because T.I. definitely has the catalog to go up against Wayne. Or maybe T.I. and 50 Cent. Y'all let me know what y'all think on that. I really want to see Pharrell in the verses as well. Pharrell, RA and the Neptunes. I'm trying to think if it's another production duo that they could go up against. I'm I mean, Kanye probably have the catalog to go up against them. I wouldn't mind seeing that one as well. But when you think about also some more staple names like Beyonce and Mary J. Blige and Toni Braxton, I wouldn't mind seeing some of them in verses, but it's like, who could you really match them up against? Because those type of artists are in their own lane. That's how I feel about Dr. Dre. Like, I'm not sure who I would want to see him go up against in the verses, because I feel like he's pretty much in his own lane. Same with Kanye and Pharrell. But you guys, let me know what y'all thoughts are on this JD and Diddy and some of the other matchups, potential matchups that I kind of put together. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know who you want to see. That's all I got for y'all in this video. Make sure that you subscribe, like, share, comment. This is your boy, Shot Cox with Soulfaces Media, and I'm going to catch y'all next time.